So this is the final test of the balance portion of the assessment called single leg stance. Ideally, your arms are over your chest, feet square, and you slowly shift weight over starting on the right leg until this left leg becomes unloaded completely, and then you start counting. And they should be able to stand for 30 seconds, and then, not should stand for 30 seconds, but the test ends at 30 seconds. And then you stop, switch the other leg, and then do it again, eyes closed. To do the eyes closed portion, ideally they shift with their eyes open, focus on one point, lift the leg, and once they feel balanced, then they can close their eyes. And then you start counting until they touch down or touch with their hands. If it's too difficult to get on one leg without holding on, they can use fingertips or some other sort of assistance, but just notate that in the exercise logs. Okay, so John, we're going to start with the right leg. So John does hold on, but let's try it today. Let's try it with your arms over your chest. Shift weight into your right leg, and then slowly try and hover your left leg. Okay, stop. So John does need to hold on, and so as soon as he lifts off his leg, I would start counting. Sometimes people need to hold on to get on one leg, and then they can let go, and then you start counting. And you're gonna know your trainer. You're gonna know your client. But yeah, so I'm also standing behind him slightly. My hand is under the gait belt in case he does fall. Make sure you're always having gait belts on your clients. Some things to look for as they're doing the test is, are their ankles moving too much? Are they losing their balance from their hips, or are they losing their balance from their core? And then we can, in the training session, do exercises to tighten up their core, tighten up their hips, or work on ankle stability or mobility. And so let's just test it out and see. Okay, John, let's stand on the right leg. And he is going to hold with just fingertips on the counter. Shift into the right foot. And hover the left leg. Looking at his hips and kind of just seeing everything. Okay, John, you can rest. So I would have done all the way to 30 seconds and tracked it, but some things I was looking at is mainly just his hip wasn't able to support it on its own, and so his core and his ankle looked fine, but it's mainly the hip is unable to work on its own without the assistance of the hands. And so it's just work on whole lower extremity strength, obviously some core, but then focus on some hip stability, and then focus on some like hip strengthening exercises. You can do some open kinetic chain, but definitely some single leg, like practicing a stair or a step up or something. But either way, strengthening that hip. But this is an assessment, not necessarily an exercise. It's good to practice it, but it's more important to identify the imbalances in the body and then address that in your normal training sessions so that during testing, they hopefully improve.